Hello, welcome back to Heretic Tarot. My name is Liz, and I will be guiding you on this journey today. This is a reading for the 5-2 human design profile, the Heretic Hermit. If you don't know your human design profile, there's a link in the description below for you to get your human design body graph. And among the plethora of information specific to your design, one of those bits will be your profile. Now, no matter where you are in your human design journey, if you're new, if you are a pro, if you're somewhere in between, these messages are definitely still for you. I try my best to not use a ton of human design language so that the message doesn't get lost or confused. Because really these messages are just meant to be an additional channel of information for you. They're not meant to be educational. And, like not every 5-2 is a Capricorn or a Cancer, right? So highly recommend that you check out your zodiac sign readings also, but hopefully this just gives you a little bit more insight into things. So with that being said, I would love it if you subscribe to the channel. I am switching my spread up a little bit from what I was doing. We're doing a 3-card spread, which is your current energy, what's leaving, and what is coming in. And then we are clarifying each one of those with an additional card. So let me just get these shuffled up and we'll get your spread out. Okay. So for our 5-2s, we have the 10 of materials or the 10 of pentacles for the current energy. We have the 7 of cups for what is leaving. And we have the moon for what is coming in. We have the 4 of cups with the 10 of pentacles. We have the 6 of wands with the 7 of cups. And then we have temperance with the moon card. Yeah, I can already tell you now. Anytime the moon comes up at the end, it's like what's coming up is not important. Like you need to be focusing on what is in front of you type of thing, especially with a temperance card. Like, no. Yeah, things are definitely working in the background. You're just probably not going to see those things materialize just yet. We're way at the end of the reading. So we start with the 10 of pentacles, and the 10 of pentacles, 10s are completion. So there's that. Pentacles have to do with our money, how we get it, how we save it, how we spend it. It's our time. How are we investing our time? Where are we spending our time, right? Like where are we physically showing up in our lives? It's our physical health, our body, worth, anything tangible, anything we can touch, anything that we place worth on. So that's all, pentacles stuff. The 10 of pentacles talks about legacy, generational wealth, abundance, community, because 10s usually do involve other people, whether that is your family, whether that is your peer group, whether that's, the community around you, your job also, because it is reaching a point of success to where you have the capacity, you have the ability to take care of those around you. Okay. He's too far for me to comfort him, but he seems fine. Those reverse sneezes, I guess is what they're called, that dogs do. I have a Frenchie pug mix. So it's interesting though, right? So, okay. Current energy, 10 of pentacles. Great card to have. It could also be having a sense of support from those around you. Because there's all these people around this tree. I would assume that you're in there somewhere too, right? It could even be what you want to have. Like if you do not feel like you have a sense of community or a sense of belonging within something. And I say that because it's paired with the Four of Cups. And as community-based as the Ten of Pentacles is, there's one person in the Four of Cups. It looks like, there's this kind of optical illusion thing happening here. There's these two faces, and just by their positioning, right, it looks like there's another cup. And, just the body language of this figure in the middle here, like the Four of Cups, cups having to do with our emotions, how we feel about things, love. What's our relationship to love? How do we give it? How do we receive it? The Four of Cups talks about disappointment, boredom, lethargy, just not quite being satisfied with the three cups that have been offered to you. The whole point of the Four of Cups, or the message behind the Four of Cups, is that there's this fourth cup here. They're like literally sitting in the fourth cup. They just can't perceive that because they're focusing on what has not come out of those three cups. Usually, like traditionally in the Four of Cups, there's a cup coming out of the, out of the blue, out of the sky. There's a new cup being offered. It's kind of interesting because like the Four and Five of Cups, it's just like, meh. It really kind of has this feeling to me all of a sudden of like either just not knowing what you want, because it's kind of like you can keep getting offered cup after cup after cup after cup after cup. But like if we're not addressing something within ourselves that is creating this sense of disappointment, or just the overall meh feeling with what we're being offered, then it's like no cup can fill that void. So it really does feel like there's an opportunity here to really look into this whole situation. Like, why do you feel dissatisfied? Is there a sense of dissatisfaction? That's very not self-theme of whatever, your type is. Bitterness, anger, frustration, disappointment, or dissatisfaction. Do you feel outside of this whole thing, but you are very much a part of making this possible? And then we move on to the Seven of Cups with the Six of Wands. The Seven of Cups is, again, right, everything having to do with cups that I talked about. I always think of the Marie Kondo effect with the Seven of Cups, because it is like, you have 7 cups. And it doesn't specifically have to be 7. Obviously, it's just the Seven of Cups. So you have all these cups, right? And it's kind of like, you're splitting your energy into all of these different areas of your life. And it's looking at those different areas of your life, and it's deciding, it's like feeling into your body. Does this thing make me feel good? Whether it's a literal tangible thing, whether it's, again, an emotional connection that you have with somebody. Is it a job, an obligation, a relationship, whatever it is that is siphoning energy off of you, and especially in the realm of emotional energy. And you don't have to be like emotionally defined in order for this to still matter. But it's considering all of those things, and it's considering, does that thing make me feel good or not? Right? And if it doesn't feel good, you need to retract your energy from that thing, or at least not prioritize it. And with the Six of Wands is victory, success, recognition too. So this is in the position of what is leaving. So if you, and I was kind of talking about over here with the Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Cups, if you were involved in something, but you're not getting the recognition for it, that could be what is leaving over here too. It's like bowing out. It's leaving without your flowers. And it's also putting your energy, putting your time, putting your emotion into something that would give you that recognition. It's interesting how like both of these cards, there's this almost kind of spotlight happening from the top of the card down in both of these cards. You know, I mean, this could also be like having to make a decision, choosing one thing to focus. Again, instead of spreading yourself so thin, it's focusing on one thing at a time. And that's the one thing that gets your attention. And of course, last thing that's coming to me is, you know, not doing things from a place of wanting recognition and then being, you know, kind of pissed or upset that you didn't get the recognition that you thought you would. I mean, not to even mention just like with the fifth line, right? I mean, like this could be a projection from you or somebody else where, and I mean, you have the double projection with the second line also, because there's all these people too. There's these 6 people down here at the bottom of the card who could be putting you up on a pedestal, and it involves multiple things. And you could be like, wait a second. Like, I thought this was going to be the one thing, and now there's multiple. That's where your strategy and authority kicks in too, because your strategy and authority is literally designed to help you enter into the correct experiences for you and what things to say no to, which is not always easy. But if we say yes to the things that are definitely no's for us, that's when the projection happens. That's when we don't rise to the level of the projection. I'm a 5-1, so it is a little different because you have the second line on the unconscious side, but it's very much like get in, do your job, get out. Like, quote unquote job, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be, you know, like, I mean, specifically a job. And then, like I said, with the moon and the temperance card, first of all, I think it's cool that these are both major arcana cards. But the moon card talks about the subconscious, secrets, you know, everything has not been revealed yet, uncertainty. There's a new moon, I think. Let me think. Yeah. Because the sun just went in Scorpio. Yeah. There's a new moon in Scorpio sometime soon. Is it this week? Today is the 29th. I thought it was this week. Is it like tomorrow or Thursday? I don't know. All of a sudden, it's like, and you know, with new moons, it's setting new intentions. What energy do you want to cultivate into your life? What's the new shit that you want to bring in and manifest? But like I was saying before, and I do think that this is still true. Even look at the two, like both of these cards are mostly black. All of these cards have blue, throat chakra, red, root. There's some orange in there, solar plexus, orange in here, and yellow. It's like from root to throat chakras. And then this, you know, would be more third eye, crown, just like with the colors. I think that's interesting. But like I was saying at the beginning, whenever the moon shows up at the end of a reading, that tells me that it's like what is coming or what's next is not as important as what is in front of you. Because it's like, if you don't get this thing figured out, or if there's a delay in figuring this out, or if there's even resistance is what is coming to mind. Like if there's any type of resistance to this, then it could have an effect on what is playing out in your future, because the temperance card is alchemy. It's energies blending together. It's the butterfly effect, right? We make one decision and how that impacts the rest of the decisions in front of us. So just to wrap this up, there's still things that have not been revealed here. They will be in due time. Work on whatever this is for you. Because truly, like whatever ends up happening here, wherever you land here, and it doesn't even necessarily mean that this is going to be the last time that you are addressing these things, but it is going to have an impact on how things unfold going forward, which is always a good thing. I refuse to believe that any decision is a bad decision. We make decisions based on the information that we have in front of us, right? And there's always an opportunity to go deeper. There's so much information here. How you're feeling about the Ten of Pentacles, there's so much information, because why are you feeling that way? Where is that coming from? Can that be explained by something from your past? Can that be explained by even something in your human design? For me personally, the 5-1 profile, which is halfway why I do readings based on profile, because reading about my profile had such a fucking profound impact on my understanding of myself and my understanding of my relationships and how people interact with me, how I interact with other people. And it's still unfolding. I'm still tweaking, experimenting, because that's a whole thing with human design, right? Like the two elements with human design for me are deconditioning and experimentation. It's trying things. So things are still unfolding here, and and it's like you still don't have all of the information yet, but it's there, it's coming, it's available, and I'm sending you all my love. Not to mention that the phases of the moon here in the Temperance card. So there could be, like just a major like emotional thing that happens over the next 2 weeks, over the next week. I mean, even to like whatever gate the moon is in over the next week or so. And I don't know, because I don't follow that much of human design, but for whatever reason, it's coming to me though. So if you have the capacity to do that, to see what gate the moon is going to be transiting over the next week and see where that makes connections in your chart. Not to mention there's a sun above the Temperance. This is Cancer or Pisces. Temperance is Sagittarius, if either of those have any significance. So I do think that this new moon is going to have, because also too, this could all unfold before the sun goes into Sagittarius, which is mid-November, late November, right? Like November 20 something, or by the new moon in Sagittarius, because that would be obviously what is next after this one that's coming up. So it's like sometime in the next month, this could really unfold for you. Obviously, it doesn't, I'm recording this on October 29th. These are timeless readings. But if you are watching this now, then, I do think that that's important. And I am officially going to leave it there. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards. I will talk to you soon. Bye.